RSI was 90 Friday, 90% bulls on the dollar. So, I think it's going to take some price pressure against those 90% to get it back to at least neutral, 50%, where it's really, I don't know where it's going. It could go up, but if it goes down, it will go down unless it recovers and then makes new highs. But if it's rejected, it could sell off again. You'll start getting that kind of analysis. So, anyway, I think that's a possibility. I also said, okay, it could provide some relief for stocks, right? Because, it's been a big trade. It's been 900 in the NASDAQ. And one thing I did want to show was, looks like I don't have it here anymore. But you have, I showed it to Paul, I put it out there. You had this rising wedge, falling wedge. And I think what you were going to take it Friday, Paul, when 26.44 or 40, that was your number? That was perfect from the night before.
Yeah, that worked.
Okay, and look at what's happening here. Okay. And, it's at least two drives, right? And I'm not saying it can't just collapse, but to me it looks like a falling wedge. So I think the possibility, if the dollar does come off, that it's going to take some pressure off of stocks. And I don't know, I'd say the most unexpected event after the worst month since the Great Recession, the worst October, I think, in history. How many days are left? A few days. That's a pretty ugly monthly candle, right? But, why can't we come out of this and, rally to 28.40. Of course, I am a believer that we're going to take out these lows, and I don't know, maybe it just crashes and does it. I was a believer this was going to happen here early, right? So there's no reason for me to change my mind. Maybe I'm talking my book because I'm flat, but I'd say elevate for a bounce into, the end of the week or the elections, for a failing rally up around here. And maybe, just maybe, the dollar weakness supporting things like oil, that would help the market. All these multinationals in their earnings report have all cited a stronger dollar, right? So maybe the dollar coming off and one more jiggle to 93 provides some type of bear market rally in equities. I know it sounds crazy right now.
But actually, you're aligned with a lot of the waivers.
Am I?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, interesting. So,
Peter,
huh?
and Peter and Avi.
Think we're going to rally here?
Yeah. And there's some other, you ever hear of Scott? You probably have Scott Minard.
Oh, I've heard of him, yeah.
He's Guggenheim, anyway.
Oh, yeah. He's the guy with the googly eyes from Guggenheim, right? You remember that song, Paul? That's from 1920 something, isn't it? A Bodioto. I watched her in classes. Anyway, I was thinking if it got, the dollar really went to 93, why can't we even, shake out all the bears here and rally back to 28.20, 61.8 back of this, with about 3 1/4. So 180 would take it back to 28.
And this guy Minard is talking about a 15 to 20% rally in equities right now.
So he's looking for new highs?
He didn't give any specific numbers. He just said we should rally by 15 to 20%. It's on his Twitter feed.
Oh, okay. What does he, just say someday? From some point?
Stocks are cheap based on forward multiples.
Okay.
15 to 20%.
Yeah, and I think we're out of the other factor is, I think we're out of the, I don't know what they call it, blackouts for buybacks.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Okay, so buybacks could come in. Anyway, I'm not short, but I'd welcome, I'm going to say focus on the dollar. And if this you know, if it goes to 2350 without me, I guess, you know, it'll just be another big move. I made the tough money and let the easy money get away. But I'll tell you, this kind of volatility that we've had, you know, you could have a great close and then collapse the next morning, or you could have a terrible close and it rallies right into your face. It's a little bit too much for me to be able to hold the position. To me, yeah, I would have to just, you know, walk away and not pay attention and just check it at the close. So, you know, I can't sit through 40 handle rallies hoping it just gets back to where it was yesterday.
Yeah.
Tough to do. So that's kind of where I'm at. You know, maybe NASDAQ, the S&P, you know, NASDAQ's really the weakest. Okay, this almost looks like, you know, this is a 2 drive, maybe it's 3. Maybe the NASDAQ has a chance to trade 7,400 again. So, anyway, I don't see anything near term. I don't feel like buying it. You know, I don't have to be in this. I think I have a lot of conviction in the Dixie right now. And, you know, if I already have 3 contracts on. If I press it and I have 6, you know, every 100 points is $1,000 on a futures contract, if you guys didn't know that, in the Dixie. And it's a little easier to handle the heat than it is in Euro. It's a little lower beta.